Hi everyone, this is Kay and you're on the Collective Soul Tarot channel. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to Monday, a brand new week. I hope you all had a really good weekend. I did, nice and relaxing, and I even baked made some apple pancakes with some homemade strawberry compote to put on it. Preserve to put on it to use instead of syrup. All healthy eating now. Please pardon the noise in the background here. It's my cat. Okay, doing stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. I have called upon Archangel Michael and the Holy Spirit to be with us and to assist me. Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit, can you please, first of all, I'd like to thank you for enveloping me in your beautiful angelic wings of light, love, protection, and guidance. Can you please assist and help me interpret the messages in the cards that come through for the message that the collective needs to hear right now, today, June the 10th, Monday, 2024. All right, so let's begin. I have already shuffled these cards, pre-shuffled and shuffled again. So I'm going to split and let's find out what the past energy is, okay, Archangel Michael? Past energy for our collective's message today. All right, we have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands has to do with taking action. It does, and fairly fast action, quick action, but it also has to do with communication. So somebody may have communicated, possibly, made a reconnection or communicated with somebody, communicated their feelings, communicated their truth. If it goes in the same vein as the other readings we've had last week, it would be someone has already conveyed their feelings. Their truth to someone. Okay, so presently what do we have for energy? The Lovers. All right. So it's a choice, right? The Lovers is a choice, but it can also represent two people who have known each other in previous lifetimes, past lifetimes, and they're feeling that soulmate connection. They're recognizing each other for who they are to each other from past lifetimes. That's if you believe in that. I do, certainly. But it is also a choice. So presently, if the collected had communicated or had received communication from somebody in the past, presently that person or you are at a point where you have to make you'd have to make a choice between two people. So there's another person in the mix. Now this other person could be the third party, right? The other person could be a husband or wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, like partner, a serious one. Yeah, and so it could be that you are married and someone shows up after having communicated with you, shows up and they're back in your life, or they're just communicating to you the way they feel about you, and you're needing to make a decision. Now it could just be that somebody has communicated to you recently. You've made a connection with them. It could be like a fairly new one, or a past that's showing up in a different energy, but it could be a brand new energy person that's communicated with you, and you perhaps have realized that this person that's communicating with you, collective, that there's somebody to consider. There's somebody to consider. You've have develop a liking for them, possibly even become friends, and possibly you have started to develop more feelings for them than, you know, maybe you feel like you ought to because you're in another relationship. Or perhaps there's two people that you know, you have to take it as it resonates, of course, but there could be two people that you have to choose from. You know, you're not in a committed relationship with either one of them yet, or you're in just recently in a committed relationship, and someone else showed up in your life, and you're feeling that strong pull towards them, though you're with somebody else. So, however it works, it doesn't have to be the past coming back. Not from what these cards are telling us right now. It could be, but it doesn't have to be. Okay, so let's find out what your energy is. Four Swords. Well, that was here in the present day last time, but then we were talking about a couple, right? People who have been together in a long-term relationship. But you're in respite mode, kind of like your energy is, oh, you know, I got to make a decision between who I'm with, or who is, you know, who is expressing an attraction to me, whether you're in a commitment with them or not. And this other person that just showed up, kind of like came onto the scene, and it's like, oh wow, I just feel so like we've been together. It's an easy connection. It just feels right all around, right? Soulmate connection kind of thing. Like from past lives, you're kind of recognizing the soul in that person as they recognize your soul. Yeah, it just is easier. So it's going to be a tough decision for you, and you're up in your head, and you need to lay your worries and fears and concerns aside for now, so that you can, after you have laid it all aside, like, you know, basically give it to God too, right? Give it to the universe to help you out with this decision. You could be meditating on it, kind of thing. And so it's something that you are just trying to bring a sense of clarity into your mind about the whole situation. What's their energy? Ten of Swords. Oh, okay. Wow. Their energy. The first thing I got when I saw that card is that they've been backstabbed. That they've been in a relationship and recently have ended the relationship. And that's why they're communicating with you, but they have been in a relationship situation that their person betrayed them in some way. It could be having an extramarital, you know, an affair on the partnership or the marriage, the committed partnership or the marriage. Or they've done something else, like they've done something really behind their back, like perhaps cashed out the bank account kind of thing without them knowing, and then left them high and dry with a zero balance in the account. You know, kind of like that idea, or cashing out investments that were to roll over, they were cashed out instead, or the person cashed them out without, you know, without their knowing that they were even actually coming due for maturity. Whatever the case, it could be anything. But yeah, they're in a Ten of Swords, so they're down and out. But it's not the end. Like, this is the end of that for them. There is no going back to that with that person. They're done with that person. Ten of Swords, done with that person. Okay, so they are available. I don't know if they need to get divorced, or they just need to, you know, pack up their stuff and move into their own digs. If they have already done that, possibly, I'm not sure. Okay, let's find out what the energy is between the two of you. The Ten of Wands. Wow. Okay, heavy burdens. Well, what I'm getting from this, guys, is that the heavy burden for this person with the Ten of Swords is that they have, they're still, emotionally raw, right? And rather confused and, upset and feeling the mental anguish and pain from the breakup, from what their previous spouse or partner had done to them. It's a heavy burden that they come into it's a heavy burden that they're dragging, like carrying baggage, right? It's a heavy burden that they're carrying around with them at this moment. They may be free and clear to have another relationship, but you are to know that they are carrying baggage, okay? You're under some heavy weight yourself with the decision that you need to make. Because considering this person had just, who knows how long ago it was, could be very recent, that they're coming from a Ten of Swords situation, carrying the Ten of Wands with them. And you're either in a long-term commitment with somebody, or somebody wants to be, and they're like asking you, when can we be together? When can we, what's the problem? What's the problem? Not realizing that you have met this other person, and without the burdens and the Ten of Swords, they tick all your boxes, right? They feel like they're the one, like you feel like they're the one. And so with that, it brings a lot of burdens, because especially if you're in a committed relationship, whether you're married or just living together, you're going to have to break that up if you want to be with this one. So I can see why, you need to take respite and lay your worries and concerns down so that you can find some mental clarity. That's when you pick up the sword, because there's the Three of Swords there in the Four of Swords, right? There's of the Four of Swords, there's the Three of Swords and the other sword, final sword. Once you lay down whatever's heartache it is, or whatever concerns you're experiencing, emotional concerns, you will find the strength to stand up and grab that sword of truth right here, that final sword, and move forward. Laying all your burdens down, because this is the end. Ten of Swords is the end for this person that has been communicating with you. This is the end for both of you too. You will be putting your burdens aside, because you'll be recognizing what it is the two of you got between each other, which helps really, really, helps alleviate any kind of emotional pain. I mean, when you can be with somebody and they basically take your mind off of your other woes, your past woes, and because you're just enjoying this connection so much. So let's I was just getting a bead on this stuff here. Let's just find out what the Archangel Michael says, clarify this one here. Clarify that. The energy between you is the Ten of Wands. Energy between you is the Ten of Wands. The energy between them is the Ten of Wands, Archangel Michael. Can you please clarify the Ten of Wands? Okay. The Seven of Wands. Okay. So you both have some challenges, right, that you're facing. You both have challenges that you're facing, which is a heavy burden for you. Not to mention the other stuff, but the challenges each of you are facing, you would know by this story that they have a challenge to let go and remove the swords from their back so they can stand up and stop bleeding, right? And bleeding is the emotional outpour, or just bleeding uncontrollably, where the emotions are not in control. So they have to put up some healthy boundaries so that they feel safe in moving forward into another relationship. Okay, they need to do that. That's their burden. That's their burden as well. Okay, you also need to put up some healthy boundaries, because this person is going to be coming with that baggage. You met them possibly, who knows, at some kind of event, or celebration, or at the bar, or just out shopping. However you met them, you had a great time with them. You got to know them a little, and it just all felt really, really good, and you went back to your reality as they would have gone back to theirs. So you both have been thinking about each other since then, but ever since that point in time, there's been a lot going on behind the scenes for this person, and for you, it's been your, either meeting and being with other people, love partners, or have been in a long-term commitment and still are. You would have to make the decision, like I said, but so you would have to put up healthy boundaries to this one here, because they're coming with baggage, right? And which would make them think that they should be the boss, kind of thing. It's their way or the highway, because this, that, and the other thing happened to them in their previous relationship, and by God, that's not going to happen to me again. That kind of thing. So you want to put up some healthy boundaries, so that if they start using excuses as to why they're either blocking you or just ghosting you when they should be communicating with you. You hear from them one day, and then it might be weeks before you hear from them again. Healthy boundaries that said, there are things that I'm going to accept, things that I'm not going to accept. I'm not going to leave a relationship to be with somebody who's going to treat me less than I expect to be treated. Because this shows that you're evolving, right? You're evolving into someone who values you, who values yourself. Same with this person that's got to do that. He or she's got to evolve into a person who values themselves. They see themselves as being worthy. You see yourself as being worthy. Putting up healthy boundaries is going to be a burden for the two of you, because maybe you really haven't been exercising that before, right? And so it's something that you both have got to learn to do, so the two of you can come together in a way that says, yeah, this is what I accept and this is what I don't accept from my partner, right? Can you live with that? And they say, well, this is what I accept and this is what I don't accept from my partner. Can you live with that? Then compromises, right? And you making the decision whether or not the two of you could actually work it out. But yeah, the Seven of Wands is challenges. You're facing challenges in order to be with somebody, and in order to leave one behind to be with another. And this one here has to obviously leave his or her past relationship too, even though it may have ended. But emotionally, there's still a lot of ties there between this one and their previous person, their ex, or whoever they are, right? They may beg to differ and say, I don't have any emotional attachment to that person. I can't stand them. I hate them. Well, that's an emotional attachment, right? It's becoming neutral to the point where you can say, I can let that go because that is no longer important to me. Yes, they did me dirty. They did me wrong. They did this, that, and everything else. Takes two to tangle, of course. But I want to be with you so badly that I wouldn't want to carry this into my relationship with you. So they need to cultivate an understanding about that. They do, and that's a heavy burden for them, because then they have to start seeing themselves as a worthy, worthy and trustworthy partner for another person. Putting up those healthy boundaries says says to other people that I value myself. I value my time, my energy, and my love. Not to mention my mental and emotional health. I value all that. Okay, so what's the outcome, Archangel Michael? The moon. Okay, the moon is uncertainty. The moon is, you know, it's just like the outcome is what it's saying here is Archangel Michael is saying it's the moon because it's still cloaked under the veil of darkness, in the sense that not darkness is in negativity, but just not being able to see your way clear just yet. Because first of all, there's a lot of fears here. Right here, there's a lot of fears, okay? Not here, but here. There's a lot of fears, both of you. Because of the heavy burdens, the things that you're going to have to do in order for the two of you to be together, if that's truly your aim and your goal and that's what you want. So they're saying you're not going to know right now. The outcome is unknown at this point in time because of this work that needs to be done. Okay? So this card is telling us that the unknown is uncertainty as to how this will work out, if it even works out. Okay, guys, I hope that was helpful for you in some way, some kind of explanation. I know it's not the most telling type of outcome, but given that the work that needs to be done with the baggage and the wounds, right? Having to face those challenges and start seeing yourself in a different light that says, I love myself enough to say that I'm not going to ever let anyone, you know, put upon me that which I would not want to have put upon me. And so that's where it's left, okay? So we'll check in with you tomorrow. Bye for now.